So let's go ahead and keep going. All right, so we talked about qualitative and quantitative data in the last discussion. So for qualitative data, you can put it in tables, but sometimes graphs show a better picture of what to understand. For qualitative data, we can have pie charts and bar graphs. In a pie chart, categories of data are represented by wedges in a circle, and they're proportional to the size to the percentage of individuals in each category. It also has to do with the angles in a circle because the circle is 360 degrees, but we're not going to get into that. In a bar graph, the length of the bars of each category is proportional to the number of or percentage of individuals in each categories. Bars can be vertical or horizontal, and a PARETO chart consists of bars that are sorted from largest to smallest. Okay, so here is an example of a pie chart. I apologize, it's not the best picture. But as we can see here, we have more freshmen than anything else in this chart. And we can see we have the least number of seniors. Here we have side by side. So we could compare between these two colleges who has more part-time than full-time. And if you look, Foothill College has more part-time than De Anza College. And that's what you're looking for when you see two side-by-side pie charts, is the differences in them. You also can get pie charts that have other or unknown. And if you see that in both of these pie charts, we see other and unknown. Well, why would you do that? You really want a pie chart to add up to 100%. And if you're missing some kind of information, many kinds of statistical programs will go ahead and put that in there so they equal 100%. It gives you a better picture of what you're looking at. Now here's a bar graph. Okay, and sometimes they'll add up to more than 100% or less. So you need to be careful when you look at these. So if you have ones that are more than 100%, you can't use a pie chart. But bar graphs we have a little bit more leniency with, especially when you're dealing with certain kinds of categories. Here's a side-by-side bar graph. Again, they're not the best, but as you can see, one group has less of the group in purple and one has more of the group in blue. All right, here's a bar graph that has an unknown or other category, and that's acceptable to use because it tells us, well, we know these ethnicity as students, there's some that we don't know, and that's okay. We're just going to account for them and explain that they exist. Here is a PARETO chart, and all we did is we ordered them from the highest ethnicity to the lowest ethnicity. What this does is it quickly shows you which is the highest to which is the lowest. So that was qualitative data analysis using graphs. Again, we can only use a pie chart or a bar graph.